So, hey man, normally I'd start off these interviews, asking people if it's their first time to Australia, but I have a feeling it's not your first time.
It is not. Believe it or not, it is not my first time here.
Weird.
Yeah, I know, it's odd, but yeah, I've been here for a while now.
In fact, you've been to another IEM Sydney tournament. How does this one compare to last year's?
Last year's was a lot different. There was 8 teams. Shoeies were allowed back then, believe it or not. I know it's the good old days, but last year was there was only 8 teams compared to 16 here, so there's bigger, competition now. So yeah, this one definitely turned out to be a lot more competitive with more upsets, having more Australian teams compete, which was awesome to see, especially actually put up numbers, which was too good. So yeah.
You talk about upsets. Obviously, last year at this tournament, you guys had a pretty big upset. Can you run me through? I was there in the studios watching you guys. What was the feelings between everybody there?
So we beat North 16-13 on Nuke. And that was that was our second technical upset, because we'd actually done really well against Renegades before that. We were 15-0 at halftime and finished on 16-5, which was cool. But with North, it was just let's stay cool-headed. We've practiced this map so much. It was Nuke, and we had a strategy that we kept running, and we kind of mind-gamed them a lot by not committing with it and then slowing it down, and they didn't really know how to react, which was awesome, and we kind of took advantage of it. And it definitely helped that Ince was playing out of his mind. Ince was just he shocked everybody. He was just hitting taps, hitting deagles. We won an eco round because he had a deagle in his hand. It was, everybody had their moments. Peck's done really well one round with another deagle, but it was just phenomenal getting to verse that team. That was our first major team we kind of got to verse, I guess. And we kind of ran away with it, 16-13.
The thing that always sticks out in my head, it was a minute after the match. I don't remember which one of your guys came out and said it, but I think the line was, "This feels much better than beating Tainted Online," or something like that.
I can't actually recall that. The only line I could actually remember after that was Josh Ince's tweet that got a lot of likes and retweets and stuff, which was "I eat ass," which I actually did on his account, and it got so many. I was like, damn, I should have done that on mine. I did it on his as a troll, and it blew up. And Pansy was tweeting about it. Everybody was like, yeah, that's the kid that eats ass. I was like, damn, that should have been me. But yeah.
So coming to a tournament like this, you get that sort of taking on international teams, and this time you got to take on FaZe and Cloud9. Do you think you're going to take away anything from those games?
Absolutely. We got stomped by FaZe for the second time versing them. They domed us the first time 16-3, then 16-4 this time. But then C9, we kind of shook them a bit. We got the first map 16-7, quite comfortable. Then they stomped us back 16-4, and then it was double OT the next. So I definitely think that we could only benefit from looking at those results, even though we went out in the fashion we did. The 15-13, never forget, 4v1, never will forget. But it showed that anything can happen. The odds can be stacked against you, and you can still make it so far against any team. Doesn't matter. So yeah, I think we built a lot of confidence versus C9.
So looking at all of the Australian teams in this tournament, were you surprised by how well they were doing? And, Asian teams as well, if we expanded out Tailu in the semis?
Kinda, I mean, the top tier CS right now is very rocky. There's no clear favourite. If I were to say, it's probably Astralis right now. But, I don't know. Australian Counter-Strike doesn't get to verse these teams often. So when they do, it's kind of... European teams might not know what to expect. Sorry, NA as well. So I think we kind of had that under our belt. We were the underdogs, and they may have underestimated us. And I think we definitely shown ourselves this tournament. Australia is not a joke. We can compete with everybody, including the best. Have a look at Greyhound taking out SK, even doing really well against FaZe, and us taking on C9 nearly. And Tailu, look how far they've made it. That was amazing. So yeah, I definitely think that Australia's got a lot to show, and APAC region in general.
So talking about APAC region in CSGO, ESL Pro League has expanded to include us as a region. How do you think that's going to benefit the APAC region?
Greatly. We've got Greyhound going over to Dallas now, and MVP, who have shown to be really strong recently. So I think there's no downside to it. It's only positives as we can just get more recognition, hopefully get more results. Hopefully Greyhound go out into this tournament in Dallas with the same form that they were at this with, and can show it wasn't a one-off. Australian teams can do this. So hopefully it can show us more exposure for other tournaments.
So obviously you're on Order now. Previous to that, though, we had Kings. Can you explain a little bit of what actually happened there?
So I was never actually in Kings. I joined the team as soon as they joined Order, basically. It was like double signing, They signed with Order, I signed with them. I was with Chiefs formerly. So I'm not, I know no details much about Kings, really. Yeah. Order's a really good org, happy to be here, happy to have a brand that we've kind of helped build, It's not like we just tagged along. It was we were there from the start.
So what was your motivation to jump from Chiefs over to Order?
I saw it as a good opportunity. I'd been with Chiefs for a long time, and Insa just left. I just thought it was a great opportunity for me to take, and I took the chance. And it's hard, but I've always wanted to compete in a major, and I knew with the current rules in place, I was not able to do that under Chiefs. And I think with this lineup, I can definitely make it to a major.
So, other than yourselves, and we'll discount Renegades as well, what do you see as the top Australian team?
Right now, Greyhound probably have the best form. It's completely, subjective. You ask anyone, they'll probably say Greyhound. But I just have to back ourselves. I still think that we are the best team in Australia, even if we, have not proven it. Losing to Greyhound on land recently. They're doing really well, I'm not taking any credit away from them. They're beasting it right now. But I definitely think that, when they come back from Dallas and stuff, that we will be number one again, and we'll show everybody.
Last of all, do you bully the Kiwi boy at all?
Nah, he's from New Zealand, so who knows, he might just turn on us and take us all on, so it's probably not worth bullying. But no bullying for him.
Sweet. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
I'll let you get out of it.
Thanks for watching this interview. We have about 14 different videos from my recent trip to IEM Sydney coming out in the coming weeks. So click the links here in the end card to take you to those. Cheers.